What's up, Kings fans? We're back in the film room after the first win and first beam of the season against the Blazers, and there was really a lot to like on both ends. I pulled together some of my favorite clips from the game and anything that stuck out, especially in the third quarter where the Kings made their big run. So let's just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is defensively, and it felt like the group was more connected now with multiple games under their belt, which makes sense, and DeRozan actually impressed me quite a bit on this end. He's more suited to defend these bigger wings or fours, so here he can stay in front and absorb the bumps and forces a leaning fader, which is a very low percentage shot. He's really smart about just reading passing lanes and making plays. Here he collapses in and baits that pass back to the corner, and just really good defensive instincts. This play shows the kind of connectivity I'm talking about. The Kings here have Sabonis hedge on Simons, and the Blazers quickly swing it looking for the short action. So here they're trying to look for Ayton on the short roll, but Fox can read Scoot's eyes here and threatens that passing lane. Keegan on the weak side is also reading Scoot, trying to discourage anything at the rim, which causes the skip pass to be made. But Keegan is able to close out parallel to the sideline. The Kings don't want to give up anything in the middle, so here he forces Grant to the baseline where you have help in Sabonis. Grant tries to spin back middle, but you have Herter stunting here, so Grant just kicks it back out to Scoot. Fox closes out and forces another drive into the help. Herter actually gets called for a foul here, but overall I still like the process and I like the possession. Fox has always had defensive instincts whenever he's locked in off ball as well. Here he's guarding the dunker spot and sees a lazy entry pass being made and just goes into ball hawk mode in an instant. It was great to see Keon back in the rotation. I still believe you need to find a way to generate more minutes for him, because him getting a DMP was ridiculous. Continuing to talk about defensive instincts, Keon has some of the best I've ever seen. He's just a nail help here, one pass away. His man actually slot cuts behind him, but that doesn't really matter because it's impossible to drive into Keon's gap help. Kevin Herter was another dude who's really impressed me defensively. He's always been an awesome team defender and someone who rarely misses rotations. He's pretty much always where he needs to be. He's always really deep in the gaps off ball. Here he sinks into the middle of the paint, and it looks like he's expecting the pass to be skipped to the corner. Instead they kick it back out to his man on the wing who's lifting. Now he's forced to recover and close out. He stays grounded, defends with his chest, and once Murray picks up the ball he puts his hand straight up for a vertical contest. Moving on to offense, something I tweeted out that's really caught my eye early in the season is De'Aaron Fox's off-ball usage. About 54% of his field goals made have been assisted so far this season. His previous career high was just 32% last year. Obviously playing with Sabonis and in this offense the last few seasons has allowed for this, but especially now in this offense he's really creating the most opportunities for himself off the ball. The Kings run these zoom actions a ton, especially on sideline out of bounds plays where they start Fox in the corner and have someone set a pin down prior to coming off a DHO to his left. You'll see in both of these possessions where Scoot is chasing Fox off these screens and ends up behind the play, Klingon drops and Fox has a wide open floater. If he's not getting downhill, Fox loves to shoot out of these actions as well. When defenders try to shoot around both or one of these screens, he'll usually just stop in place, and that allows them to get a clean look from 3. When he's operating with the ball, he's still most effective attacking an early offense. So here the help defense isn't set, no one's in the paint, and it turns out that Fox is pretty fast. What should make the Kings offense so lethal is the amount of players that can hurt you. So here they overload the strong side of the court with your 3 best offensive players. Domas setting a ball screen for DeMar with De'Aaron in the corner. But this is all just on-ball decoy action. The Kings aren't really looking to get anything out of this. Instead they swing it back to Sabonis, who finds Herter on the second side for an empty DHO, and with so much space that's going to be hard to stop. The Blazers went to his zone late in the game, and the Kings killed it here with a pretty creative set. Sabonis comes up and flattens his ball screen to get Fox downhill, but watch DeRozan on the weak side on his cut through, just ends up setting a back screen on DeAndre Ayton at the basket, and Fox has a free lane to the rim. The last play I want to talk about here, so Keegan has Simons on him. Keegan's probably going to get mismatches a bit throughout the season, since teams' primary defenders will be sticking either Fox or DeMar. So when teams do go small against him, I'd like to see him take advantage of that. Here after that entry to Sabonis, Keegan cuts off of him, but then turns that cut into a seal and post position. With the height advantage, Keegan can just rise up and get a clean look, and I will always support Keegan being assertive on the offensive end. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you all next time.